Hey there, this is Maria from English Without Fear. Today I'm going to talk to you about what I am reading, what I like to read, and what I'm reading right now. So sit back, relax, listen, and just try to understand as much as you can.
English Without Fear, where you can learn to speak English naturally through listening to stories.
I like to read. I read all the time. Most of my teacher colleagues and friends like to read too, but they don't read very much during the school year, during the 9 to 10 months that we teach. They say they don't have much time, but I read all the time. Why is that? I think I can read a lot because I don't watch television, I don't watch TV, and I don't play games, and I don't do crafts. Well, what do I read? In the morning when I get up before school, I read my Bible. I also read 2 small devotions, one in French and one in Spanish. And after that, I read a few pages in another book about God. When I'm at school, during the day, I read emails from teachers, parents, my principal. And sometimes at lunch, when I don't eat with my colleagues, I will stay in my room and read emails from friends, or I will read Facebook posts. I belong to 2 or 3 Facebook groups. And sometimes I will read reports from missionaries, those who serve God overseas. Now, when I'm in the car, I always have a book in case I have an appointment after school or I get stuck in traffic. And right now, I'm reading a book in Spanish, some easy stories. If I'm somewhere and I don't have my book, I have a Kindle app on my phone, and I have several books I can read on my Kindle app. Well, what about at night, after we have eaten dinner and after the dishes are done? What do I read then? This is one of my favorite times of the day. I sit down with my cup of tea and I read my novel, a work of fiction. Right now, I'm reading a classic book, one that was written a long time ago in America, and it's called Little Women. I'm really enjoying it. Sometimes I will also read magazine articles. And then when I go to bed, I have about 10 minutes to do a little more reading in bed. And I read 2 devotionals to get my mind thinking about God, and 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes before I turn out the light, I read in another book. So that's a typical day for me. What else might I read? Well, I like to cook, so sometimes I will read cookbooks or read recipes online. So those are the things that I read. As you can see, I read a lot. Now, what about you? Do you like to read? And if so, if you like reading, tell me what you are reading right now. Leave me a comment in the video space below for comments, and I will enjoy reading your comment. And if you are an English teacher or English language coach, what follows in a moment is an offer of just a simple guide of what I think are helpful tips for teaching English without fear. And you can download that for free. Well, this is Maria from English Without Fear. Talk to you next time.
Thanks for watching. For a free downloadable guide to how you can accelerate and grow your English learners' spoken language, go to this website, englishwithoutfear.com/3keys.